And we're back to learning Gimp in a year, day 103. Let me show you how you can stroke paths. Works the same as the fill that I've shown you in the last video. And once again, we create an empty layer first and then we use the path tool. And once again, I've said that a couple of times, ignore these options of the tool below. So enable fill and enable stroke, because we can do it in different ways, easier ways, I think. We just use a selection here. So turn the path into a selection and then we can go to edit, stroke selection. There's also a stroke paths option, which is the same, but in this case we have a selection, so we use stroke selection. You can see foreground color is black in this case, background is the white color. A pattern can also be used. And then we have these options for the line itself, the width, cap style, join, the miter, and the dash pattern. And these are all the same options that we've got under the paths tool. So these two options can be found under edit and stroke selection yet again. And this is why I've kept telling you to ignore that, as this is the workflow that I've been using. I create my path and then you can use selection from path and stroke the selection, or you can stroke the path directly under edit. And here you can see one by one, we have the solid color and the pattern, then enter aliasing, line width, cap style, join style, the miter and the dash patterns. So this is one by one the same menu, but here in this case you also have the option to use the paint tool, for example paintbrush, as a stroke. I've already made a video about that. If you're interested, check out the Gimp playlist. If you're wondering how can you change the pattern, well, by default it takes the one that's active in the foreground. In this case this reddish one. So if I stroke it with the pattern, we'll get it. Let me zoom in and you can see the pattern. Let me create a new path. And now if we wanted to change the pattern, we could simply go right here where the bucket fill tool is. Let me first create a selection from path. We activate pattern fill, then open the drop down here by clicking on the little thumbnail. And now this yellowish is in the foreground. So if we stroke the selection now using the pattern, this yellowish will be used. So once again, it always uses the pattern that's in the foreground. Use, for example, the bucket fill tool to change that. And this is how you can stroke a path in Gimp. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.